So you want to escape the matrix. This is what all those alpha male influencers nowadays are telling you. Now if you clicked the video, chances are you probably already know what the matrix is. Basically you are fed throughout your whole life the idea that you're supposed to have a boring education, you have a boring 9 to 5 job, and meet an amazing person you fall in love with, and then you both spend time in the bedroom, and that is amazing, and everything else in your life is supposed to be boring. And I think a lot of people, me included, are like, no, I don't want to go that path. I want most of my life to be amazing. And so people like Andrew Tate, they tell you that if you buy his courses, Hustlers University, War Room, Real World, whatever, you will escape the matrix that is society, and you will achieve freedom and do whatever you want in your life. However, the truth is that, and this is something that a lot of people do not really talk about, this is that there is no such thing as the matrix. Because in reality, our society is more like a game of Agar.io. Now, I don't know if you have played Agar.io ever before, but the basics of the game is basically that you are this small blob, like a small circle, and you're supposed to eat smaller circles in order to get bigger. You grow as you eat, and if you eat a smaller player who is a smaller blob than you, they die and you basically eat them and you get bigger. But if you get eaten by another player who is bigger than you, if they crash, you die, you lose, and they get even bigger because they ate you. That is how the game works, and I think this is how society works. Because the matrix that Andrew Tate is talking about, like the society, the teachers, the SJWs on social media who want you to believe that life is supposed to be boring except love and when you're in the bedroom, but everything else is supposed to be boring. Those people that tell you that, they have an influence on you, and they are like this one huge blob, one huge player that eats you, and they grow because they influence you. But then Andrew Tate, he tells you that you don't need to follow the path that this giant blob is telling you to do. You don't need to have this 9 to 5 job. You can have financial freedom. You can do whatever you want. You don't need to be in a monogamous relationship. You don't need one girlfriend. You can have multiple girlfriends. Stuff like that, and that influences people as well. And so some people are like, screw that, I am not buying the things that society tells me to do. I am instead listening to Andrew Tate. And as Andrew Tate is influencing, he grows bigger in size. When he influences you, you are a smaller player that gets eaten by him. Basically, you get influenced, and he grows, and eventually he gets roughly the same size as society, and he influences as many people as society does. So it's like two matrices in this case who influence and eat people to be part of them and contribute to them growing in size and basically becoming even more powerful. And so where am I going with all of this? Well, I am going with the fact that there is not one matrix that you're trapped in and you need to escape from. Our society is actually made up of multiple matrices, and those matrices can be represented by huge players in an Agar.io game, but it is basically people with influence, people with power that have power over you. And so, if you want to escape the matrix, You need to become a player yourself. You need to become like an Agar.io player, and you need to grow in size, and you need to eat smaller players rather than allow yourself to be eaten by a bigger player. So you need to become your own matrix. You need to influence other people. You need to become a person with power, a person with influence, and you need to compete against the other players who have influence. And you need to influence more smaller players. You need to eat more smaller blobs, and you need to grow in size. And the mistake a lot of people make is they view Andrew Tate and all those people as this savior who will save them from having to work a 9-to-5 job and all that. But the only person that can truly save you is you. You need to escape the matrix on your own by becoming your own matrix. You need to stop being influenced by other people, and instead you need to start influencing other people yourself. Thank you for listening.